हेलो एंड वेलकम बैक टू योर ओन यूट्यूब चैनल योर ओन पाठशाला ज्योतिशाला। तो फ्रेंड्स, कैसे हैं आप सभी? आशा करती हूँ आप सभी अच्छे ही होंगे और अपनी पढ़ाई जोर शोर से कर रहे होंगे। स्टैंडर्ड 10 के बोर्ड्स चल रहे हैं। 10th ऑफ मार्च को हिस्ट्री का पेपर होना है ICSE 2025 का। तो इसके कॉन्टेक्स्ट में मैंने एक वीडियो रेडी किया था द फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर के ऊपर। तो सोचा मैंने अपने स्टूडेंट्स को हेल्प किया था, तो सोचा अपने यूट्यूब ऑडियंस के साथ भी शेयर कर लूँ। इसके पहले कि मैं वीडियो के साथ आगे बढ़ूँ तो मैं कहना चाहूँगी, इफ़ यू डू लाइक माई वीडियोज़ प्लीज़ लाइक एंड शेयर विथ योर friends, and also if you have not subscribed to my channel until now, then what are you waiting for? Please do subscribe to my channel and help me grow, and do let me know in the comment section as to what kind of videos you would like me to upload it for you. Okay, let's proceed. Coming to the First World War. So the First World War, what were the causes? What were the causes of the First World War? Firstly, the First World War was fought from 1914 to 1918, fought on a worldwide scale on the land, sea, in air. New methods of defense and destructions were used. I am giving you point wise so that it will be a help for you. And if you watch my videos, if you have already learned the lesson, then it will be a brush up lesson for you. Brought disaster. So because of the First World War, there was a lot of disaster. Brought disaster, loss of life, unimaginable sufferings, financial problems, and sowed the seeds of the Second World War. Next, coming to the causes of the war. What were the causes of the war? The first cause of the war was narrow nationalism and imperialism, armament race, division of Europe, Sarajevo incident. That is, the Sarajevo incident is considered as the immediate cause, and lack of international organization. Coming to the next, narrow nationalism and imperialism. 19th century was an era of militant aggressive nationalism. So it meant love for one's own country and hatred towards other nations, colonial rivalry and Balkan issues. These were in context with narrow nationalism and imperialism. These are the 4 points. I hope if you've learned the lessons, then you can easily elaborate your points. Coming to colonial rivalry. France wanted to avenge her defeat at the hands of Germany and get back Alsace and Lorraine captured by the Germans. Also, France and Germany wanted to seize Morocco in Africa. Thus, war between them was inevitable. France, Spain, Portugal and England had established colonies in different parts of the world. With Germany emerging as a powerful industrial nation, there was great rivalry among the European nations to set up and control colonies. The German Kaiser William II went about proclaiming that Germany was going to be the leader of the world. So this was the colonial rivalry. I have listed the points. Okay, coming to the armament race. Now, what was the armament race? Spending on production of arms increased. Germany, now, which further led to countries increasing their naval force and army. Countries started making arms and ammunition rapidly and on a large scale. Armament race. Germany increased her naval power to compete with England. One of its ships, the Imperator, built in 1912, was the largest in the world. Germany constructed huge warships and also widened the canal so the battleships could enter its waters. So this is the armament race and the points of the armament race. Coming to the division of Europe, you know, that means that time Europe was divided into two parts. What were they? Mounting tension made the countries look for allies. Germany signed the dual alliance with Austria-Hungary, which became the Triple Alliance in 1882 when Italy joined the group. In 1907, England, Russia and France signed the Triple Entente. So who were the participants of the Triple Entente? It was signed in 1907 among England, Russia and France. Next, the two groups, Triple Alliance and Triple Entente, were hostile to each other. The alliance system made the member countries confident of military support and thus encouraged armament race and the annexation of territories. The system of secret alliances gave rise to fear, suspicion and uncertainty. So the system of secret alliances gave rise to fear, suspicion and uncertainty. Immediate cause, that is the Sarajevo incident. Now, this is a famous incident which is also called as the immediate cause, is the Sarajevo incident. Archduke Francis Ferdinand, heir to the Austrian throne, was assassinated at Sarajevo in Bosnia on 28th June 1914 by a Serbian. Austria held Serbia responsible for the murder, sent an ultimatum. As Serbia refused to comply with some of the conditions, Austria declared war against Serbia on 28 July 1914. Later, this war was converted into the First World War. So, as Serbia refused to comply with some of the conditions, Austria declared war against Serbia on 28 July 1914. Later, this war was converted into the First World War. Okay, lack of international organization. There was no one to enforce international law or to control nations bent on thinking only for their own interest. This further ignited bitterness and tension among the nations. Beginning of the war. By August, most of the powers were involved in the war. On one side were Serbia, Russia, France, England, Japan, Italy, and America, called the Allies. So, who were called the Allies? On one side were Serbia, Russia, France, England, Japan, Italy, and America were called the Allies. On the other side were Germany, Austria, Turkey, and Bulgaria, known as the Central Powers. The war was fought on the land of Europe, Africa, and Middle East, using terrible weapons on land, on the sea, and under it, causing immense destruction and suffering. For almost 3 years, Germany saw victory after victory. The German army could reach up to the Marne River, 15 miles from Paris. So these are this is the beginning of the war. This is how the war began, and this is how the war began. Let me tell you how the war ended. Okay, how the war ended. The entry of America in the First World War on the side of the Allies placed at their disposal huge resources of men and money. The combined forces of America, Britain, and France defeated Austria and Germany in the war. The Allies launched massive military offensive against the Germans. The German Kaiser William lost hopes of winning. Soon he abdicated the throne. Germany became a republic and signed an agreement to stop fighting. The armistice, based on 14 points formulated by American President Woodrow Wilson on 11th November 1918, that is the Armistice Day. This is what was called as the Armistice Day. That is, the Germany became a republic and signed an agreement to stop fighting. The armistice, based on 14 points formulated by American President Woodrow Wilson on 11th November 1918. That is the Armistice Day. Coming to the Treaty of Versailles. Now, what were the results of the war? What was the outcome of the war? So, what were the results of the war? That is Treaty of Versailles 1919. Territorial rearrangements, political changes, League of Nations. Coming to the, let me read out the Treaty of Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles was signed on 28th June 1919 in Versailles, France. This was an agreement with Germany, which was blamed for imposing a war on the Allies. Germany was forced to hand over the Saar coal mines to France for 15 years as compensation for damage to its coal mines during the war. France got back Alsace and Lorraine. Germany had to cede parts of its pre-war territories to Denmark, Belgium, and Czechoslovakia. The territories and colonies held by Germany in various parts of the world were placed as mandates under the overall control of the League of Nations. The German army was reduced. It was not allowed to have submarines or air force. The Rhine Valley was demilitarized. Germany was forced to pay heavy and war compensation. The treaty also worked out the setting up of the League of Nations. This treaty was very humiliating for Germany and led to the rise of Nazism. This treaty crippled Germany, but soon it regained power and wanted to avenge the blow to her prestige, thus leading to the Second World War. This is what is the Treaty of Versailles of 1919. Coming to the next, territorial rearrangements. Austria-Hungary was forced to sign Treaty of Saint Germania with the Allies. Austria-Hungary was broken up into two separate kingdoms of Austria and Hungary. Austria had to cede territories to Czechoslovakia, Poland, and Yugoslavia and was forced to accept their independence. Italy gained certain territories from Austria. The Austrian army was reduced and was forced to pay a huge war indemnity amount. This was the territorial rearrangements. Coming to political changes, what political changes underwent after the First World War? It changed the political map of Europe and ended monarchies in Russia, Austria, Hungary, and Germany. New political ideologies swept Europe. Nazism and fascism took strong roots, especially in Germany and Italy. Thus, new era of dictatorship began in Germany and Italy after the First World War. Democratic governments were set up in Russia, Germany, Turkey, and Austria. Many small states, Poland, Finland, Latvia, Lithuania, Czechoslovakia, Romania, Yugoslavia, were created. It strengthened the freedom movements in Asia and Africa. The United States, with its vast resources, emerged as a major world power. It led to the formation of the League of Nations in 1920. League of Nations, coming to the League of Nations. The League of Nations came into being on 10th January 1920. It was set up to promote international cooperation and to achieve peace and security. It had 42 founding members. Its headquarters was at Geneva in Switzerland. The Assembly, the Council, the Secretariat, the Permanent Court of International Justice, and the International Labour Organization and the Mandate Commission were its principal organs. Next, that is what were the this was the League of Nations, that how it was formed, who were the founding members, or the number of founding members, and what were the that is the assembly and that is the principal organs it had. Coming to the objectives of the League of Nations: promote territorial integrity and independence of its member nations, formulate plans for reduction of arms. Thirdly, establishing international relations on the basis of justice and honor. Fourthly, achieve international peace and security and prevent the world from destructive wars. Next, promote intellectual cooperation among nations of the world. These are the 5 objectives of the League of Nations. Okay, so this was all about the chapter, and I'll give you a timeline of events so that you know, it is said only that if you're learning history, that means you must be thorough with dates. So let me give you a summary about the dates as well, so that it will be a recall for you, and it will be a memorizing lesson for you, and you will be recalling all the dates. So Triple Alliance was formulated in 1882. Triple Entente was formed in 1907. So 1882 to 1907, you can remember the gap. So Triple Alliance was 1882 and 1907 was Triple Entente. Sarajevo incident, which is the immediate cause of the war, was in 1914. This is regarded as the immediate cause of the war. That is the Sarajevo incident, which took place in 1914. You know, you will get 10 MCQs, so in that they may give you this kind of questions. Next, coming to 1917, America joins war on the side of allies, that is the Russian Revolution. Even Russian Revolution started in 1917, and America also joined the war on the side of the allies in 1917. The First World War ended in 1918, and 1919 the Treaty of Versailles was signed. Next, coming to 1920 is the formation of League of Nations. This is what is the timeline that I gave you a summary, a recall lesson. I'll repeat it once again. Triple Alliance, it was in 1882. Triple Entente was in 1907. Sarajevo Incident was in 1914. America joins the war on the side of the Allies was in 1907. Russian Revolution also took place in 1917, and the First World War ends in 1918. 1919 was Treaty of Versailles was signed, and in 1920 formation of League of Nations in 1920. So these are the timeline or the recall lesson that I gave you. Yes friends, if you do like my video, please like and share with your friends. Also let me know in the comment section as to what kind of videos you would like me to upload it for you, and also that is you yes, and क्योंकि पढ़ेगा इंडिया तभी तो बढ़ेगा इंडिया. Work hard, do well, and if you have not subscribed to my channel up till now, then what are you waiting for? Please do subscribe to my channel and help my channel grow. See you soon in the next video. Till then, bye bye.